Hi everyone, I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings. We are going to do a Taurus Energy Check-In. So we're just checking into the collective Taurus current energy, connecting to your higher guides, connecting to your higher self to see what the current state of your energy is, any messages that you need to hear, anything you need to be prepared for. All that fun stuff. So do keep in mind these are general readings. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus placements because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. Okay, so let's start by seeing what messages are wanting to come through for you. Anything that your higher self wants you to be aware of. I feel like being more direct right now is going to make things easier, make things flow easier. Even though you might feel like that's going to create some sort of conflict, being direct is going to be the path of least resistance for you. And being direct might make things a little bit complicated, difficult, tense initially, but that tension is going to exist whether it gets done now or later, whether it's done directly or indirectly. And doing things indirectly is actually going to bring you more suffering. Like, get it out in the open, have a direct conversation, be open and clear about what your expectations and desires are. Don't beat around the bush. Let's see if there's any more clarity for this message. Any other messages your guides want you. You can't heal in the same environment that broke you. You can't heal in the same environment that that created the need for healing to begin with. Period. So if you're constantly in a space of I feel like it's like you have to get out. You need to get out. You need to get out of your house. You need to get out of the tense environment. And that might not mean that you need to like leave and move. It might not mean that, but just take space. Get outside more. Get away from the environment that is creating the suffering. This is kind of similar to what initially came out in the Aries reading. So if you have Aries in your chart or you're connected to an Aries, you might want to watch that. But you can't start something new without releasing everything that does not align with that. It kind of feels like for some, you might be in a connection that there have been issues in the past that created some sort of difficulty in trusting, and you and this person just keep going back and forth because the trust has been lost, and there's this desire to rebuild trust, but it's like you can't rebuild trust if you keep recycling the same thing. You can't build something new if you keep dwelling on the past. Hey, what's wrong? Lilo. She never barks. What's wrong? Grumpy. Okay, let's see if we can get some more clarity on this message. Like it feels like it feels like you've been constantly having to fix something, or constantly having to heal something, or constantly having to work on something, and you need to be in a space right now where you're actually enjoying the experience of life. Yeah, there's been a positive change that has been initiated. But there's also this energy of continuing to look back. What is your loyalty to? Are you loyal and committed to fixing and healing something, or are you loyal and committed to enjoying life, experiencing life, having fun, growing in your relationship, experiencing? And it feels like that's what you're kind of torn between. Embracing the change, stepping into the change, being loyal to the new beginning, or being loyal to the constant need to like be on guard. Like you took somebody back, you forgave somebody, but you're also still fearful that it's going to happen again. And so what thought are you being more loyal to? And if you can't let go of the fear, then is it really something that you want? Yeah, that you're showing up as the Lovers. And so the Lovers does indicate a very significant relationship. It indicates a very soul-based type of relationship, but the Lovers does also indicate that you have a choice. And the Lovers indicates the need to align your choices and your actions with your values and let go of anything that is not in alignment with that. The Lovers is also a message that you always have a choice. I feel the urge to say if something is meant for you, it won't make you miserable. You don't have to choose something just because you believe that it's meant for you. Because again, if it's meant for you, it's meant to feel good. It's meant to uplift you. It's meant to help you expand. It's interesting because the Lovers indicates that you have a choice. The Queen of Wands showing up as your challenge is about your desires. And so it kind of feels like either you're not completely confident and certain in what you want and what your desires are, or you're just ignoring your desires altogether. You're definitely in some sort of transition phase. But this transition is requiring a complete release of the past. You cannot take the past with you. I feel like you want, like, what you want is to be seen, is to be acknowledged, is to be understood, is to be accepted. And as cheesy as this sounds, the way to achieve that is by seeing yourself, accepting yourself, honoring yourself, and seeing what your desires are and making that a priority. But there's this very strong energy of the importance of taking time to reflect on what it is that you actually want. Like, I feel like there might not be a lot of focus on what you want. It's always interesting to me to see that a lot of times when I do readings, like love readings, a lot of people will say, is this person meant for me? Or is this a meaningful connection? And if they believe that the connection is meant for them, or they're told that the connection is meant for them, it's almost like they override everything else. And there's just a complete ignoring of what they want. Well, this person loves me. This person is meant to be in my life. So I'm going to accept this. And then it's like you just shut down. It's almost like I feel like we believe that if there's a soulmate for us or a twin flame for us, and that person is meant to be in our life, or that person loves us, that we're supposed to do whatever we can to make that work. But we shut down what we want. And I feel like that might be something that you are dealing with. Relationships should be an equal give and take. And not in the sense of I'm giving this person my undivided attention, they need to give me their undivided attention. Not like in that aspect. But I value your presence, you value my presence. We both are looking to work towards the same thing, right? It's not a competition. It's not I did this for you, you owe me. It's sharing the same value. It's exchanging the same value. And I feel like you keep trying to, like you, within your relationships, it's like you keep offering love, but you're not getting anything in return. And you're not satisfied, but it's like you're not even looking at what your needs are. Or you're giving, expecting for the same exact thing to be given back, and this person is not reciprocating or honoring the value of what that is. There's like definitely it's interesting because there's already been a change that has been initiated, but you are needing to step into the change. And just the outcome of this is the Star card. The outcome of this is wish fulfillment. I had a client a while back that it kept coming up in her reading that you're getting what you're asking for. You're getting everything that you're asking for. You're getting your wish fulfillment. and everything that she was getting was like messy and chaotic, and it was just throwing me off. But then the more we started talking, she was getting what she was wishing for. She was getting what she was expecting. She was getting what she kept speaking about. She was getting what she kept focusing on. In no capacity did she have like the faith that it was going to work out. And even when she was holding on to the faith, she was going, but this is, you know what I mean? And so, and then at the same time, she wasn't asserting what she wanted. So let's just say you're in this relationship and you're saying, I'm not getting what I want from this person. I'm giving them all of this. I'm doing all of this. I'm telling them I love them, but they're not giving me anything in return. Are you asserting to this person that that is important to you? Because if you're not making it known, if you're not asserting it, and not everybody is intuitive like you are. Not everybody is intuitive. Not everyone is picking up on those subtle cues. Not everybody has good relationship experience to know automatically, right? So if you're not asserting your needs, and that's what the Two of Wands is, you have a choice. Your needs matter, your desires matter, and it's important that you put that out there and make the choice. Not make the choice, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to assert. Yeah, what you're not seeing is the Tower card. It's like there's no, you're not putting structure to your desires. Everything is out of control. Everything is scattered everywhere, and it needs to be honed back in. Ace of Cups is an emotional awakening. I do feel like there really is like strong, like a very beautiful connection, but you have to open up to what your heart wants. You have to open up to what your desires are. You have to be willing to let this flow. Let this be out in the open. Speak on your desires. Choose what it is that you want. It's like, it feels like it's like you've been dating somebody for a year, right? And you really enjoy the relationship. You want to see the relationship progress further, right? But nothing is changing. And you're getting frustrated because this person isn't doing anything. This person isn't taking any action, but this person is just following your lead. They're doing the exact same thing that you are, right? They don't know what your needs are, what your expectations are, because you haven't necessarily voiced them. But you're both scared to voice these opinions or these desires because you don't want to lose what you have. You see what I'm saying? Love you guys. Have a good week.